Jon-Paul McGovern is a Scottish footballer who plays as a midfielder who plays for Scottish League Two side Clyde. Career. Born in Glasgow, McGovern started his football career at Celtic, having signed at the age of 16. His time playing in Scotland was sandwiched by a loan spell at Sheffield United. Whilst on loan at Sheffield United, he scored 3 times. The first goals of his professional career. He scored in the league against Walsall, before following that up with strikes against York City in the League Cup and Cheltenham in the FA Cup. After returning to Celtic when his loan spell ended with Sheffield United and Celtic refusing to extend his stay at Sheffield United, he finished out his season in the reserves with Celtic. In the summer transfer window, he signed with Livingston at the end of that season, although he still had 1 year left on his contract at Celtic. At Livingston, McGovern failed to score a single goal, but he did contribute to their victorious 2003 Euro 04 Scottish League Cup campaign, including coming on as a late substitute as they beat Hibernian in the 2004 Scottish League Cup final. He joined Sheffield Wednesday in 2004. He was a key part of the Owls' playoff-winning side in 2005, scoring a goal in the semi-final against Brentford and a goal in the final against Hartlepool. He was an ever-present in that season and became a fan favourite amongst the Owls supporters. During the 2005 June season though, his appearances were limited due to an injury. At the end of the season he was released, and subsequently signed for Milton Keynes Dons. Swindon Town. After one full season with Milton Keynes, McGovern was signed by Swindon Town for an undisclosed fee. McGovern was reunited with Paul Sturrock, whom he played under at Sheffield Wednesday, and has signed a contract until 2010. McGovern made a tribute to his MK Dons career, scoring a free kick on his final appearance for the club in the Football League Cup second round against former rivals Sheffield United. McGovern made his debut, coming on as a substitute, in the 57th minute, as Swindon Town lost 1-0 against Yeovil Town, and scored his first goal, in the next game, on September 15, 2007, in a 1-1 draw against Hartlepool United. 2 months later, into joining the club, Sturrock, the manager who signed McGovern, resigned to join Plymouth Argyle. At Swindon Town, McGovern established himself in the first team and made 41 appearances, as Swindon finished their first season back in League One in 13th. In the 2008 Euro 09 season campaign, McGovern was given the number 10 shirt. McGovern scored his first goal in the opening game of the season, in a 3-1 win over Tranmere Rovers. But soon, under manager Maurice Malpas, McGovern featured on the substitute bench, although he regained his first team place. From February, under new manager Danny Wilson, McGovern was dropped from the squad in favour of other midfielders and has been on the sideline since. His drop from the first team led McGovern to consider leaving the club if he didn't get enough playing time. McGovern made 26 appearances, as the club survived the relegation. In the 2009 Euro 10 campaign, McGovern was a near every present for the Robins under Danny Wilson, with 45 appearances, and has since regained his first team place. McGovern was also the club's top assist of the season, with 16, and scored once, in a 2-2 draw against Oldham on August 22, 2009. During the season, McGovern had his number shirt switched from 10 to 7 after Michael Timlin took over his number 10 shirt. In January 2010, McGovern was linked with a £750,000 move to Gus Poyet's Brighton and Hove Albion. The next month, McGovern was offered a new contract. A few weeks later, McGovern signed a 2-year contract with the club. Later in the 2009 Euro 10 season, McGovern helped the club through to the 2009 Euro 10 playoff final and was awarded Swindon Away Supporters Euro 1 Registered Trademark Player of the Year. In the 2010 Euro 11 season campaign, McGovern continued to feature in the first team and scored his first goal of the season, in a 2-1 loss against Leyton Orient in the first round of the League Cup, and then scored his first league goal in a 3-3 draw against Yeovil Town after coming on as a substitute. McGovern scored and set up the first goal, in a 2-1 win over Sheffield Wednesday, and scored, again, in the second round replay, in a 3-2 loss against Crawley Town. Later in the 2010 Euro 11 season, the club suffered a setback after a poor run of form that had seen the club slip into the relegation zone and led to the club's fate to League Two. In his total appearance at Swindon Town, McGovern made 153 and scored 8 times. Carlisle United On June 20, 2011 it was confirmed that McGovern had signed a 2-year deal with Carlisle United, keeping him with the club until July 2013. McGovern was expecting to make a return to Sheffield United, making a reunite with manager Wilson. In 2011 Euro 12 season, McGovern has been a near every present for the Cumbrians under manager Greg Abbott and made his debut, in the opening game of the season, in a 3-0 loss against Notts County and scored his first goal, 3 days later, in the first round of the League Cup, in a 1-1 win over Oldham, which resulted going on penalties shootout, but won 4-2 in the shootout, which he converted the first penalty. On October 15, 2011, McGovern scored his first league goal, in a 3-0 win over Yeovil Town. On January 2, 2012, McGovern scored the winner and set up the club's first goal of 2012, in a 3-2 win against his former club, Sheffield United. His next goal was followed up on March 6, 2012, in a 2-1 win over Rochdale. In 2012 Euro 13 season, McGovern was linked with a move to Rotherham United after the club was believed to sign him. But this was denied. McGovern, himself, stating he's to stay at the club for next season and confirmed that he's attracted interests from other clubs. McGovern would make 38 appearances, having established himself in the right midfield or wing. At the end of the season, McGovern was released by the club, along with 7 other players. Following his release, McGovern attracted interests from clubs to seek a new challenge. On the other hand, McGovern expressed desire to resume his career in Scotland after a 9-year exile, playing in England. McGovern now owns and runs a tea shop in Scotland after failing to secure a contract for the 2013 Euro 14 football season. Celtic Nation McGovern signed for Northern League Division 1 side Celtic Nation until the end of the 2013-14 season. Derry City On March 7, 2014, McGovern joined League of Ireland club Derry City for the 2014 season. Ayr United In early July 2014, McGovern signed with Scottish League One side, Ayr United. After just 1 season with the Honest Men, McGovern chose to leave Ayr. Personal life: McGovern is not to be confused with Scottish Football Association referee with the same name. Honours: Livingston 2004 Scottish League Cup winner. Sheffield Wednesday 2004 May League One playoffs. Statistics. References. External links: Jon-Paul McGovern Career Statistics at Soxabase.